Om Sarva Vedanta Siddhante Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. Verse number 325, please read. Lakshe chutam chedyadi chittamishad bahirmukham sannipate tatastatah Pramadata prachyuta keli kanduka Sopana pankto patito yatha tatha Vishayesha vesatchetah Sankalpayati tadgunan Samyak sankalpanat kamah Kamat pumsa pravartanam Vishayesva vesatchetah Sankalpayati tadgunan Samyak sankalpanat kamah Kamat pumsa pravartanam. So, these verses very categorically, beautifully explains as to why it so happens that the person of understanding, even after he or she exposes to this knowledge, convinced that who he is, not this body, these thoughts, the sansargans, but the aham pratyaya gochara, the meaning of the word ahai, yet in spite of that, certain times there is forgetfulness. Same old habit comes to manifest. The person comes under the spell of anger, hatred, jealousy, fear, anxiety. Why does it happen? Ignorant man never wonders about it. Because for ignorant man to be angry, upset, to be jealous is something very natural. So he doesn't think twice about it. Only when the person is exposed to this knowledge, then only he feels the contradiction as to why does it happen that even though I am the happiness, I am the absolute, why is it again the same reactions are coming up? This is because of your moments of forgetfulness. In Sanskrit, that word was used as a pramada. Pramadat, the last verse which he said, Pramadam vai mrityum brabhimi. Sanat Kumara, the son of Brahma, in the Sanat Sujati Bhasya it comes. He tells his disciples that for the man of understanding, there is only one death. The death is forgetting one's own nature. physical body is dying and the body is not afraid of death. Body is dying, but the body is not afraid of death. Body is changing, body is aging, but body is not afraid of the changes or the aging. I am afraid of aging. I am afraid I am losing my hair. I am afraid my hair is graying. I am afraid my health is falling. Who is afraid? The body is not afraid. Are you getting that point? You must see it very clearly. Body is not afraid of aging. Body is not afraid of dying. Deho na janati. Body does not know. The truth, the absolute that you are, Sataha, Sat the absolute, Sato na Janma. The Sat the absolute consciousness that you are, ageless, deathless, birthless. Ajo nitya saswatoyam purana. I am Atma, who I am, Purana, most ancient, Ajaha, unborn, Nitya, eternal, Saswata, ever existing. Between the two, Tayor Madhye Ekam, between the two, between the absolute consciousness that you are, the relative body that you are experiencing, between the two there is one, I thought, Ahankar, which brings two things together. Who you are is Aham Pratyaya Gochara, the meaning of the word I. Forgetting the nameless content of the name, the individual commits the first mistake of taking that name to himself. Just like this is a flower. This is, if you say Krishna Kamal, the flower has no name. We have given it a name. It has a name. What it is meaning of that name, Krishna Kamal. Are you getting that point, please? What it is not a name. Is the meaning of the word, is the meaning of the name. Are you getting that point? That is why in our life, continuously you are using the words only to convey the meaning, not to hold on to the word. If I say, will you please go and get me a glass of water, you bring me what the water stands for. Please get me the car, you get me what the word car stands for. So every time you are listening to the words, but you are receiving the message behind the word. Are you right? Am I all right? Do you want rice? Yes. When you say yes, do I give you in a piece of paper rice, writing down? Or I give you what the word rice stands for? Are you getting that point? But I give you what the word rice stands for. So every time we are using the word, but we are interested in the meaning. When it comes to the word I, we are only interested in the word. How come? That word, are you getting that point, please? Very, very subtle. You are holding on to that word I. What is its meaning? That is why this study. Understanding the meaning of the word I. Now, this is where comes your Upanishad, the study of the absolute knowledge. Today, in the so-called neo-religions, all these exotic forms, now everybody is busy pampering the I, giving him a practice. Meditate. I must meditate. I must hold my nose. I must turn my head. I must do pilgrimage. Who is doing it? I. And who are you? Meditator, pilgrim, practitioner of this. Stupid. Are you getting that point, please? You must go to the source. Are you understanding the point? Because who is doing it? Instead of knowing myself as I am, Now the I is engaged in various pursuit. That is why even the Shastra study becomes useless. Instead of knowing the meaning of the word I, now the I picking up Shastra. So in the process you become a Shastri, a very learned scholar, but not a wise man. To be wise, you have to understand only one word, the meaning of the word I. Finish. To be a swimmer, you must know swimming. But don't say by knowing swimming, I shall know myself. By studying physics, you are not studying mathematics. By playing football, you can't be a mathematician. So holding the nose, how are you going to be the absolute? Any practices are not going to lead you to yourself. Understand carefully. You have to understand the nature of the one word I. Because all through our life, when I say bring the Krishna Kamal, you bring the flower. When I say bring the book, you bring the, not the word, you are bringing the object. So we are using the names, but our interest is in the meaning of the word. Are you getting that? But when it comes to the I, we are stuck with that word I. That is why in between the consciousness, the awareness that you are, and the body, in between one who drags everything onto itself. And it has been dragging for how long? As long as the body is alive. Suppose you are 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60-year-old, that long this, you are using this word I. Are you getting that point? Until that long you are using this word I continuously. Now when you recognize yourself who you are, by habit sometimes the old memories come back. And how does it come? Lakshachyutam chet. Lakshachyuta. Your focus missing for a moment. Good enough. When shall I be conscious? 24 hours, 365 days. You have to be conscious. If you are totally unconscious, no problem. As in deep sleep state. Deep sleep state, anybody has a problem? No. Why? Because there are two things. Naham janami, na kinchit janami. Neither I know myself, nor I know anything else. So pure ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. I don't know myself, I don't know anything else. It's like they say, when you are walking by the side of, you are going to another village, a new village. And right in the outskirts of the village, there is a smasana, cremation ground. But you don't know anything about it. How do you go? No problem. Happy. Suppose you are from that village and it is after evening 8 o'clock. Oh, day before yesterday somebody is died, is burnt, cremated there. Oh, the ghost will be hanging around. Now the ghost is in your head or inside that outside? The moment that thought comes, are you getting that point, please? Please appreciate the power of thought and also the powerlessness of it if you understand it. The power of thought if you don't know what it is, and the powerlessness of it when you know what it is. A thought is a beautiful blessing. When you do not know, it becomes a trouble. When you know it, it's excellent. So when you are passing, the thought of a ghost comes up. What happens? I don't want to go that way. So you are frozen, you don't want to cross. Then you see another person is coming, then you become very courageous, then you start walking, always the other person behind you. And once you cross the smasana, as though the ghost is stuck onto that place only, right? No, you understand the mind. Same thing, projections. When a thought comes up, unconsciously a thought comes up, a memory flashes back, and you are so angry, or you are so jealous, so upset. Just a memory comes back. Certain days you can see people sitting for no reason, absolute misery. What happened? I'm remembering 5 years back, my son died, or my daughter died, or my husband passed away, or something somewhere. When? 5 years back, 20 years back, 15 years back. Anniversary, you are observing. What happens? A thought comes back. Certain thoughts brings you happy memories. So for no reason you are smiling. For no reason. Just a thought. Sometimes you remember a joke. What happens to you? You are smiling. Everybody says, what happened? What happened? You can't say anything because a joke is hitting your head. Understand? And when it comes, the thought comes up, unconsciously you start moving along with it. Especially when there is humiliation, disrespect, misery. That time, ahankara really comes back like a tiger. As they say, when the shoe fits in, the foot is forgotten. The feet is forgotten, the feet are forgotten when the shoe fits in. The line, the waist is forgotten when the belt fits in. The belt fits in, waist is forgotten. We are tight, correct tight, forgotten the waistline, forgotten. In harmonious existence, ahankara is forgotten. When everything is harmonious, father is nice, mummy is nice, husband is cute, wife is awful, adorable, children are everything is nice, ahankara is forgotten. I thought, because there is nothing to complain. That is why you cannot take anything disharmonious. Because in disharmony, ahankara raises its head. I don't want it. Oh. Are you getting that point? As long as everything is going according to your wish, what you want, that is how it runs. Everything is beautiful. That time you are such a kind, cute, sweet person. And little wrong somewhere goes. After that, the devil comes up. Why? The ahankara is hiding, sleeping, not understood. That is why a good man is not a good man always. A good man is good for some time. Everything is okay, he is also okay. Something goes wrong, immediately disaster strikes. Same thing also. So that is why when you are seeing this reality for yourself, now in the name of meditation, don't try to hide the I. Half an hour I am very quiet early morning, I hold my nose, breathe the left hand, breathing slows down. Oh, so nice. What happened that time? The I goes to hiding. Why? Everything is harmonious. So, half an hour meditation, that half an hour everybody is safe from you, you are away from everybody. You open your eyes and you go, finish. Begins your disaster. The whole trip begins, reaction, interaction. Then the problem begins. The person doesn't know how to handle himself. That is why wisdom is not a practice. Wisdom is not the practice that the I has undertaken. Wisdom is knowing the root of the I. Are you getting that? Because the root problem in life, please appreciate, what is the root problem in life? Not the body, not the creation, not the thoughts. Nothing is a problem. I converts it into a problem. Are you getting that point, please? That there is a flower is not a problem. Perception, true to the perception, thought will take place. That there is a thought is not a problem. The thought is knowledge. But when I say, I want the flower, suddenly the thought of the object becomes a desire and the object of thought desirable. Anybody takes it, I am angry. Why? One who prevents me from satisfying my desire, fulfilling my desire, becomes the object of my anger. One who gives me that, helps me to get it, my friend. One who prevents me from getting it, enemy, very angry. You understand the emotions, where from it all comes? There is no desire without the desirer. Understand? That's why the I is reacting. So when you thus see for yourself and remain there all the time, conscious, but thoughts are used, body is used, absolutely no problem. Always in meditation, but living through all changes. Being the changeless, living with the changes. Always in meditation, going through every type of movement, agitation, whatever you call it, changes at the level of the body, world and the mind. But you are always with yourself. Yadi lakshachyutam chet, by chance you forget. Once you forget, the moment you forget, there is a possibility of your getting into the stream of thought. If you can catch at that level, you are safe. Understand? If you catch at that level, you are safe. If you are consciously acting, then also you are safe. You are still not extrovert. Are you getting that point? Yesterday I explained to you. Once you are with yourself, listen carefully, again I am explaining to you. That word extrovert, introvert, you must clearly appreciate. Just because a thought has come, you are not externalized because you are still with yourself. Understand? What is externalized? I gave you the example. When you are staying inside the home, you are inside. Objects are outside. In relation to your home, objects are outside, home is inside. In relation to your body, body is outside, the house is outside, your body is here. In relation to your sense organs, body is an outsider. In relation to your mind, the thought, your eyes are outsider. In relation to yourself, your thought is an outsider. Okay, you can make a difference. In relation to I thought, other thoughts are outsiders. In relation to yourself, the meaning of the word I, even the I thought is an outsider. So you are the beginning. You are the end. Guru Adi Anadi. Guru Adi Anadische. Guru Adi. Guru Anadi. Is the beginningless? Is the beginning. Fantastic line it is. What is Guru? The absolute truth. That which dispels all darkness, yourself. So that is the beginning. In relation to that, thought is an outsider. That is why the moment you come to the word I, forgetting yourself, now you are outsider, extrovert. Are you getting that example, please? The I in relation to the, if you forget yourself, in relation to I, you are extroverted. If you forget that, of course in relation to thought, you are extroverted. Body extroverted, outside also extroverted. But if you are aware of yourself, you are always rooted. Therefore, you are moving with the thought, I thought, body or the world. Even though you are involved, you are not extrovert because you are centered. You are with yourself. It's like a remote control. The control is in your hand. The plane is flying there. But you can bring it down when you want. Are you getting that? You can bring the plane down whenever you want. You can recall whenever you want because this whole control is in your hand. So there is no question of you're losing sight or you're losing control. When you are a conscious entity, you are conscious of the I, conscious of your thought, conscious of your sense organ, conscious of your action, conscious of the result. Therefore, reactions are deliberate and there is it's a nil pain, misery, unhappiness. Nil. Because you are always happy with yourself. But if you forget, whichever places you forget, depending on where you forget, you can forget at the level, if you forget at the level of your thought itself, the mistake is made. And most people forget at the level of the thought. That is why they don't know what they are speaking. That is why they don't know what they are doing. How do I know that I don't know what I am doing? Listen carefully. How do I know I don't know what I am doing? How do I know that I don't know what I am speaking? if you cannot stop when you want? You are so angry, anger has overtaken you that you are continuously exploding. Even when somebody says, I know what I am doing, and angrily speaking. You can't cut it up as you like. The moment if you are, I hope you understand that. When you are consciously acting like in a drama, what happens? The actor, so angry, the screen drops, what happens? Hey, did I do it nicely? He's getting so angry. He's going to kill Ravana. Showing that anger against the villain. All the hitting like that and all these things he is doing. But the moment the screen drops, I come back and, hey, how was it? Did I do nicely? You understand? Exact like that. If you are playing the role of an angry person, hateful person, jealousy person, even loving person also, you can play the role of loving person. Don't suddenly say, oh, but then is it not being very hypocritical? You are playing this. The whole life is a role play. The whole life is a role play. Continuously you are playing the role. Understand? Your physical body by itself is a continuously changing dress. It's a huge wardrobe by itself. How many dresses on your body there can be 1,000 pairs. Your body is a dress which is continuously changing from childhood until now. How do you look? From your childhood until now. You have taken the photograph. 2-year-old, 5-year-old, in a school, when I was in college, when I was in university, when I got married, why so many? Different robes. Just like you show him, this is my graduation robe, this is my school dress, this is my college dress, this is my marriage robe, marriage dress. Why? It's just like that your body. Are you understanding that point? Your body is a continuously changing dress. Into that you are a spiritual robe you have added, uniform. Or another thought. Previously I never believed in anybody. Now I believe in it. Oh, so you are finding your security in your thought. The moment you find security in your thought, when somebody challenges it, you are finished. That is why if you are practice oriented, if you are a thought oriented, if you are a belief oriented, you are a book oriented, you are a Swami or Guru or some type of a religious man oriented, you shall be miserable. Why? Because you are picking up vicarious strength in relation to somebody or something. When that is challenged, you feel challenged. In self-knowledge, in understanding of yourself, you are strong because you are the strength itself. You are happy because you are the happiness itself. You are the love because you are loving because you are the love itself. Therefore, at no time you can be challenged. Nothing. Because as I told you yesterday, whoever comments on, they comment on something that I have and not who I am. Understand? Nobody comments on who I am. Nobody can comment on who I am because who I am is inexplicable, indescribable. No words can ever describe it. My being, who I am, is indescribable. Therefore, every thought is beautiful. Now, if you miss it even for a moment, understand, even for a moment if you miss it, you lose yourself in the thought. When you lose it, then you go, just like the ball falling by mistake from your hand. First step, third step, 10th step, 20th step, goes. You don't know what to do. So many people, that is how in meditation they experience it. What is your experience in meditation? When you sit down, instead of being the meditation, you assume the role of a meditator. That is the most commonly committed mistake. Instead of being the meditation, because for most people meditation is a practice. They don't understand meditation is my being. Meditation is not a practice. Meditation is your nature. You are meditation. Always in meditation. You are meditation. Not knowing that because teachers don't know. So the teachers now initiate them in meditation. So meditation means hold your nose, between the eyebrows, inside your stomach, bottom of your spine. Some nonsense. Different types of concentration and all that. So what happens when you sit down? Another say you chant the mantra. Om Namah Shivaya. So beautiful. You sit down there straight, your body erect, you're straight. Om Namah Shivaya. First chanting is excellent. Absolutely concentrated. Om Namah Shivaya. Next one. From Namah Shivaya, the thought, from the speech, the thought comes. Namah Shivaya. Shivaraman is a rascal. The Shivaraman, that fellow, now he has left Tiruvannamalai and he is now living in Tirupati. Tirupati Laddu, oof, there is nothing like Tirupati Laddu. Tirupati Laddu is the best Laddu, but Maya got high sugar, The sugar, this doctor is a rascal. So many people are dying, so heart attack. My brother got a heart attack. Oh, my brother's wife is terrible. He's in America now. Hey, Americans have gone to moon. Namah Shivaya. It all started with poor Namah Shivaya, nothing of it. This is known as the Keli Kanduka, the ball. By mistake what is Namah Shivaya? Namah Shivaya. What is next? Namah Shivaya. That is a conscious, if you are chanting, consciously chanting. Why? So that you are maintaining yourself. Namah Shivaya. Next, Namah Shivaya. Next, Namah Shivaya. Shivaraman, Namah Shivaya. Shivaram, no, Namah Shivaya. You are conscious. Are you getting that point, please? It's like training your mind. Nothing wrong in that. But when you simply sit down there, what happens? Not knowing the mechanism of the thought. Understand? Not knowing the mechanism of the thought, not knowing the mechanism of so-called meditation, if you simply sit down, it goes. And then, when shall you return? God only knows. God only knows. Suppose there is a bell ring somewhere, telephone ring, then half an hour gone, meditation over. Meditation over, rambling is over. Just rambling is over. Then you come back and start a new rambling somewhere. Are you getting that point, please? So please see that. Unconsciously, if you lose a thought, just like when you are conscious, when you are sitting down, it happens. Imagine, listen carefully. When you are sitting down, it happens. Imagine when you are interacting. When you are sitting down without interacting, you can have a better chance in control. Because you are by yourself, your thought. When you are interacting with other people, now you are negotiating with another channel. Other person's thought. So what is your reaction level? Oh boy. It starts with a gentle talk, ends up with a huge argument. Have you seen it? You start with a gentle talk with your friend, your brother, your husband, your wife, your friend. You are negotiating something very nicely. And you end up as enemies. What happened? Suddenly you take a stand. This is my stand, that is his stand. Nobody withdraws. So by the time it's over, how do you feel? Exhausted. Again, another sign of your conscious action is, you are never tired. Unconscious action and unconscious thinking tires you down, exhaust you, because you don't know where to stop. Are you getting that? Your reaction, that is why when a moment of anger comes, and it settles down like a ghost, it possesses you for the next 3 days. Some people do not get out of it for week, some people do not get out for life. I am hurt, and hurt for life. I am annoyed, and annoyed for life. I am destroyed, and destroyed for life. Are you getting that point, please? In wisdom, there is no tiredness, there is no exhaustion, because it's just like actor playing the role of a very angry man, but more energetic after the acting. That's a beautiful example. An actor playing the role of a angry person, playing the role of a villain, but after acting it out, he is more energetic. Why? Beautifully acted, no? Yes. So when you act out your anger, pretending to be angry, suppose a child is doing something wrong, or a man is doing something wrong, don't do it. When he stops it, how are you? You don't carry your anger to this. Are you getting that? It's just like using. Just like using. For some time. Nothing more than that. Sometimes the child is not, not caring. So be very loving. Come on, baby, take this chocolate. And as he goes, the elder fellow is sitting down there, not doing his mathematics. Do it. So in this place, you are giving a chocolate to the younger one and very angry with the right one. Why? Pretending. Are you getting that? You are just playing the role. But if you are very serious, when you are angry, anger overtakes you. When you are loving, love overtakes you. It is just like you driving a car and car overtaking you. When you drive the car, you reach destination. Car overtakes you, hospital. Simple. So be very conscious. If you don't, what will happen? Please, he says, Vishayesu avesat chetah sankalpayati tad gunan. Vishayesu avesat chetah tad gunan sankalpayati. Suppose you are a person, instead of abiding in yourself who you are, you had a very, very strong involvement with a certain impression. Suppose you like a movie, sabda, sound of a music, or sparsha, some touch which is very, very exciting for you. Rupa, some sight which is very exciting. I have to watch the movie or a plane or a train or a mountain or the desert. Rasa, a taste or a smell. Usually, as I told you, between all these five sense organs, five sense objects, smell is not that strong. Sound is not that strong. Sight is not that strong. Have you seen anybody committing suicide because he didn't get to listen to music? Play flute or I am going to commit suicide. Have you seen anybody? Anybody threatening anybody else? You play flute or else I am going to commit suicide. No. Or either this perfume or else I am dead. Anybody? No. I want to see the picture of Himalayas or else I am going to kill myself. Anybody? Not right. But two things. One is sabda, one is rupa, what is the two things? Sparsha and rasa. These two things can drive you crazy. Rasa is food, taste. Maximum tantrum comes during the food hour. Huge tantrum. Think of your life. Whether you are a baby or you are a grown-up baby. Either you are during the food hours, everybody is a baby or a grown-up baby. What is baby? He says, looks at potato? No. Just look at the children. Just look at the children. Bitter gourd, brinjal, pirganka, rich gourd, put it there and ask the child, come, baby, eat it. No. Eat it. How do you say? The fellow will not touch it. Why? You want some sugar with dahi or something like that. Some child is stuck on that. Please think of it. The adult is somebody, listen carefully, the adult is somebody, he also has got the picture. It should be vegetable, this much oil, that much oil, something somewhere gone. Rasa, heavy. Completely onto that. Suppose he is not there, it won't say anything, it won't tell you anything. But he is not very happy. Why? The picture is not matching the object outside. You are thinking of some food, but the object is like that. What do you say? Tantrum. From that can come, I think it's very difficult to stay here. I think we should go. Gone. Gone. All for a vegetable. Are you getting that point? You come for something, but you gone. Why? Vegetable. Just think of it. Are you getting that point, please? Food is a very strong thing. And the next one is, of course, is touch. That is again adult thing. Personal relationship. The person can be driven crazy. Sometimes, Vishayeshu avesat chetaha. When these, you have unconsciously, you are obsessed with an object, when that thought comes up, tad gunan sankalpayati, you unconsciously go on dwelling upon the object. Unconsciously, listen carefully, unconsciously you go on dwelling upon the object. That is what known as the wool gathering in a sense in English. And that is the time you shall say, listen carefully, that is the time you shall say, no time. Doing what? Doing nothing but wool gathering. You sit down at your home, in your room, you are not doing anything. Suppose somebody asks you, write a note, or go and do this job. Why don't you go somewhere? No, your mind is busy. Doing what? Very busy. Doing what? Nothing. But simply thinking about it. Avesat chita, why she told me like that? Why did he talk like that? The food is no good here. Mosquitoes. Something somewhere. Understand? One thought or the other. It paralyzes your body. Lost in the thought. Are you getting that point? Lost in the thought, your body is paralyzed. That is why in the ashrams, it becomes more dangerous because you have no physical activity. And you are just being with one series of thought or one set of thought, but you can pretend, I am meditating. Why? Because meditation, if you say, is just like going to office and you say, I am sick. Show your sickness. Can you show your sickness? My stomach is upset. So I am going home. So stomach upset, no stomach upset. What can you tell? So what are you doing? Meditating nowadays, contemplating. So simply in my room. Meditating on what? One thought, one thought, one thought. That is why physical activity. At least for that you get out. Once you get out of this to the outside world and busy yourself in some physical activity, your mind can, change. You can change the pattern. That is why contemplation does not mean no physical activity. Nonsense. You must be physically very active. Running, jumping, doing something, digging something, is nothing wrong. Cooking, bringing your water, washing your plate, cleaning the bathrooms. Physically very active. Because if you do that, this mental obsession will go away. When people have not, why Sankara says, Bruddhastavat chintamagnaha tarunastavat taruni raktah balastavat kridasaktah parame brahmani kopina lagna. The child is busy playing, he doesn't think about anything else. Tarunastavat taruni raktah. In youth, you are interested in opposite sex. Bruddhastava chintamagna. When you are Bruddha, old, chintamagna, a thought level, extraordinarily busy with thought level. Why? Memories are coming up. Cannot bet himself busy in any other activity. When you are playing football, will you think of anything else? When you are playing badminton, you are running, you are doing something physical, will you be thinking of something? Cannot. Because you are so excited, you are getting involved in that. Nothing doing. All the time, past. Thought. And when that thought comes, you can get lost in it. So, by chance you have a avesha, you are lost in that, such a thought, chetati tadgunan sankalpayati, you remember that experiences. And when you go on doing it, Samyak sankalpanat kamaha. When the thought comes up, then going on thinking, kama, desire comes up. I want it. Your mind, your eye, the ahankar can compromise so well. Yes, I know I am happiness with myself, but the food is for food's sake. So I must have this particular food, I'm very happy with myself, but I must dress for dress sake. So this particular dress also I must have. So your mind goes on dwelling upon it. Kama, it becomes a strong desire. You forget. Listen carefully. Kamat pumsa pravartanam. And when the desire becomes very, very strong, your body cannot keep quiet. It will do things. Punsa pravartanam. The body shall be engaged in activity. Now, therefore, do you mean to say desiring is wrong, activity is wrong? No. If you are desiring for a happiness sake, kamya, if it is a kamana, if you are desiring for a happiness sake, that becomes wrong. If you are acting again for a happiness sake to get a relief from your thought, then also becomes wrong. That's why kamya karma becomes wrong. Nishkama karma. Nishkama karma means desire for desire's sake. I am happy with myself, but if I get 5 million, why not? I am happy with myself, why not married? I am happy with myself, why not children? I am happy with myself, why not look after everybody? You are excellent. Not only that desire, but also karma. I am happy with myself, but why not getting involved with activity? So understand the difference. Very, very careful. Thought by itself is not wrong. Action by itself is not wrong. If a thought is a desire looking for happiness, it becomes a kamana. And the action in which you find, in the result of which you find a relief, that becomes a kamya karma. That becomes dangerous. Nishkama karma is no problem. You are happy with yourself. Why are you acting? To keep myself alive and keep others alive. Are you getting that? Action for action's sake. Are you getting that, please? Action for action's sake. Thought for thought's sake. No problem. You can be very productive, tremendously active, busy in life, but you are not affected by anything. But not understanding this, what happens? Simple religious people means what? Samsara. I am not keeping myself busy. What are you doing there? Meditating. Meditating? Are you nuts? Do you understand that point? Please. As I told you the other day, Sarira, Krishna so beautifully says, Nahi dehavruta tyaktum karmani asesata. No individual sporting a human body can ever remain without action. Nahi kaschid kshanamapi jatu tisthiti akarmut. Person is living cannot remain without action even for a moment. Because action means chalanatmika kriya. Any movement is action. Your body is always active. Blood circulation takes place. Breathing takes place. Thought movement takes place. You are always active. You better know how to act than not to act. Are you getting that? So inactivity is not spirituality. Learning how to act in life. So a thought by itself is not a criminal. If I make a desire out of a thought, it becomes a problem. Why? If I have it, I'll be happy. If I get it by action, I'll be happy. Then you will be disappointed. Because when you get it, you get the object, happiness eludes you. Are you getting that? When you act on to get an object, you get the object. But the object, the happiness eludes you. Suppose you fulfill your thought. You fulfill your thought. You ask for something, there is a thought is coming. You are fulfilling your thought. Your thought gives you relief. Listen carefully. The thought gives you relief. But that happiness eludes you. Thought is expressed, but happiness eludes you. That is why what people say, after so much action, after so much achievement, after so many things doing, my life is still empty. Of course it will be empty. Because you are looking for happiness in wrong spot. You find it in yourself, then out of happiness, fulfillment, you continue to act in life. Are you getting that point, please? So it is not inactivity. It is conscious activity. Are you getting that? Inactivity is laziness. Absolute laziness. Please. Okay, then how should I work? So if you forget to be yourself, all the time happy with yourself and happily active, there is a huge difference between, very simple example I will give you. There is a huge difference between, by eating I am happy. Just take a simple example. By eating I am happy and I am happy to eat something. Take two statements. By walking I am happy to walk. If by walking you are happy, you cannot walk, you will be unhappy. Suppose you are happy to walk, if you cannot walk, you are still happy. If your beginning is, I am happy to walk, happy to live, happy to die, happy to eat, happy to move, happy to relate, happy to own, happy to disown, you are happy all the time. By owning I am happy, if you cannot own, miserable. By disowning, by renouncing I am happy. If you are forced to take responsibility, you will be miserable. That is why the sadhu is as stupid as the renunciate is as stupid as the indulgent. Some people run away from the world thinking there is unhappiness. Some people run towards the world thinking there is happiness. Who is better? Rande stupid. Both are fools. Because one is running away from something which is not there. There is no unhappiness in the world. One is running for something again which is not in the world. What you are looking for is in yourself. Therefore, when you discover that happiness in yourself, you are happily acting in life, happily living, happily dying also. So happy. Now the body is alive, so do everything. Now the body is dead, let it go. Who cares? Can you be like that? Happily having all the riches in the world. Not everything gone. So what? Nobody takes away my happiness. And you cannot protect the unprotected. Can you protect the body? One day it has to cheat you. It doesn't cheat. You get cheated because you have expectations from the body. Are you getting that point? Very, very clear. You cannot protect the unprotected. Body shall pass. Your wealth disappears. One stock exchange upheaval, everything upside down. One transaction, the whole business collapses. Think of it. One transaction, the whole business comes up. Everything can be lost. Understand? You cannot protect the unprotected. And in case of the self, the absolute, who you are, you need not worry. You are always with yourself. Always with yourself. That is the maintenance-free happiness. Absolutely maintenance free. You don't have to do anything yourself. Always happy with yourself. Okay? So once you do that, therefore always watch out. Be yourself. And by chance you forget, you shall be lost in the thoughts and other things. Therefore he says, Ata pramadana parosti mrityuhu Vivekino brahma vidas samadho samahita siddhi mupaiti samyak samahitatma bhavasavadhana atap pramadana parosti mrityuhu vivekino brahma vidas samadho samahita siddhi mupaiti samyak samahitatma bhavasavadhana. So the person who has engaged himself in this knowledge of the Absolute, discovering the happiness, the truth that is himself, must be always conscious. To be in meditation is to be eternally conscious, eternally vigilant, always aware of yourself. Why? Please understand. Unconscious activity puts you into trouble, like it or not. Please see. Just go to near the beach, you will see. Some children, some people, they go, they don't know swimming. They start with playing in the little water. Little, very nice, little more nice. Knee deep, very nice. Waist deep, very nice. Then they go under drowning. But the person doesn't know. Are you getting that? Because he thinks, he just gets overtaken by that feeling. Little, jumping, and suddenly he is drowning. It happened in Kutralam. Few years back I had been to Kutralam, and then I was there in the place. That honey fall, there is a little, on the above the top, there is a fall, there is a big pond-like thing. I had a swim and I am sitting down. Believe me, suddenly I see one fellow jumping. The one fellow jumping. Now what do you expect? Everybody jumping, he is also jumping. So I was sitting down there, enjoying myself. Suddenly he is drowning. His hand is like this, Then I couldn't believe it. Because when somebody is so confidently jumping, you don't even relate to that the fellow doesn't know swimming. But he is suddenly pulling the hand. I jumped and pushed him out. Pulled him out. And I don't know much Tamil, but I get angry. Swimming. I am telling him because I don't know how to ask him in Tamil, Do you know swimming? No, teriyade. I said, what nonsense. Then why are you jumping? You know what he said? Felt like. He felt like jumping. Why? Everybody jumping? Unconscious. Are you getting that point? It's an excitement. Everybody is doing, so I can also do it. In a relationship, exact like that, your relationship get in. First day you meet somebody, hi, hello. Free for the drink? 1 hour talk. Phone number, finish. Second day, third day, another phone, another thing. Hey, you are all the same class. I'm in the same office. Okay. There is no emotional complications at all. Are you getting? There is absolutely no emotional complication. Hi, hello, how are you, how am I? You are not accepting. Are you married before? Did you have affairs before? Did you have children? Did you have job? How many men you have cheated? Or how many women have cheated? None of these personal talks will be there. It is just starting with, hi, hello. Coffee? Very nice. You like coffee? Sugar with sugar? That much. No complication. Then touching each other a little, very exciting. Then after a few days, when everything goes, then you sit down and you start talking about your personal life. Atom bombs, F-16, all starts getting used. Armors come out of the packet. Why? Personal troubles come out of it. Are you getting that? Because you are unconsciously getting into it. You don't know where to stop and get out. Drowning, just like a person goes and drowns in a pond of water, you drown in that relationship. Now you happily, you unconsciously got into it. Now getting out, it's very difficult because you cannot cut it. Because unconsciously you have started depending upon it also. Because you are not happy with yourself. So at least there is a companion, at least there is a companionship. Only this, anywhere you can see, eating food. When you start eating, how does you start eating? Oh, please give me little, please give me little. Appa, very much food control. Is it little? Then you start eating, oh, it's very nice. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, how do you feel? Did you eat food for comfort or discomfort? Do we go to eat food for comfort or for discomfort? Discomfort, no? You go for comfort. How come you end up in discomfort? Do you get into a relationship for killing each other or to be happy with each other? Right. They're happy. Then how come you start killing each other? You get into this water for swimming or for drowning? You get into water for swimming. Then why do you drown? I can give you these examples. You can get anywhere. A business. Oh, if I can start a business, 100 rupees, worked out. 300, worked out. 5,000, worked out. 10,000, 100,000, boom, everything burst out. Unconscious activity. You can take this example anywhere, anywhere, anything. You start discussing with simple things, end up in a huge argument. You started with weather. How is the weather? Very nice. I think tomorrow is bad weather. No, tomorrow is good weather. I saw the satellite movie. No, you had satellite. That's all wrong. How can you say it is wrong? What discussion is that? Do you understand? It started with the innocent conversation. Ends up with a huge fight. Have you ever prepared for a travel, especially in a family? Husband, wife, children, some uncle, aunt has come also, thrown into the group. Oh, we'll go tomorrow morning. What time is it? 8 o'clock. Oh yeah, 8 o'clock. Everybody says 8 o'clock, yes. By the time, so one person will be among them who will be the early bird. 6 o'clock getting up and getting ready. Other fellow is later. By the 7 o'clock he is already near the car. Father is yet to get up. The wife says, okay, but children are not ready. The child is sleeping still. So 8. The fellow who has started from 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock his blood pressure starts going up. 8 o'clock nobody has come. I am the only one sitting. Alright, I'll go home and sit down. Sit down. But then look, why no sound? Then he says slowly, one child, are you ready? No, Papa is bathing. Then the wife gets angry. Why are you so late always? Then the husband gets so angry. Alright, then you go. You take the car and you go. Before you even start the picnic, war has started. Are you getting that? No, do you understand what I am talking, sir? This is Upanishad. Huh? Upanishad is not Brahman. Brahman is also your lifestyle. Unconscious. Before even start a nice project or even a nice day, already you are fighting. Why? Unconscious. Or you, in the beginning, it is very nice. So unconsciously you are getting in. And after some time, you are already fighting and you don't know how to get out of it. That is why I say, Samahitatma bhava savadhana. Savadhana bhava. Avadhan. Avadhan means observe. Be conscious. Why? Ata pramadana parosti mrityuhu. Vivekina brahma vidas samadhu. One who is viveki, full of discrimination, knows for sure what is that I want in life and where to find it. What is that I want in life is absolute fulfillment. And where is that? In myself. Finished. This, the world will take the longest time to understand it. Because our whole programming is, where is your happiness? Fixing the business, fixing our relationship, fixing that man, fixing that woman. That's why everybody tells lie. I told you yesterday. I love you. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. The unspoken word is, listen, the spoken word is I love you. Unspoken word is do what I expect you to do. Then only I love you. A huge conditional wall is hiding behind. A huge conditional expectation wall is hiding behind. You hit that wall. The fellow professes his love or her love. I love you. For what? Only if you satisfy these things. Just try to be whatever you want to be and see how long the love lasts. It will disappear in a day. That is why the person says, did I not sacrifice so many things for you? Why? Because I adjusted myself to be with you. I changed myself to be with you. I gave up my husband, I gave up my wife, I gave up my father, I gave up my mother, I gave up my job just to be with you. Why did you give up all these things? Listen carefully. Because I want to be with you. You want to be with me or you want to be happy? Just think that statement. Do you want to be with somebody or you want to be happy? Just understand. And what is your happiness? Please appreciate. If you think somebody or something is my happiness, that somebody or something will be your pain, not on the neck, all over. Anybody, understand, whatever gives you security, that becomes your insecurity. Getting that point? If money is your security, money is your insecurity. If job is your security, job is your insecurity. If a person is your security, the person is your insecurity. Whomsoever you love, you shall be afraid. Are you getting that? Whomsoever you love, you shall be afraid. Afraid of losing. I love him, afraid of losing him. I love her, afraid of losing her. But when you start with, I love myself. I'm happy with myself. And for God's sake, let the whole world listen to it. Loving yourself, being happy with yourself is not selfish. Write down everything in capital letters. You want it? Red and gold also you can add. Loving yourself, being happy with yourself is not selfish. Only when you love yourself, you can be very loving to everybody. You understand the equation? When you love with yourself, are you getting that point? When I'm in love with myself, I'm happy with myself, now you can please me unconditionally. Whatever you do is fine with me. Because I'm so much in love with myself. You give me something, excellent. Don't give me something, excellent. No expectation. You do something, excellent. Don't do, also fine. But don't expect me to do something hitting to hurt me and tell me that I shall adore you. No. You hurt me, you get hurt. You don't want me, I don't want you. No problem. Equation is same. Are you getting that? Absolutely fantastic. Idealism is what? Even when you are hurt, you should love. Why? If the other person doesn't want to be loved by me, why should I love the person? I don't understand. Now, even you love your enemy, who says religious garbage, absolute garbage. Religions, what do they say? Love your enemy. Okay. That you are not in my religion, therefore you are my enemy. So I must convert you. If you don't get converted, I shoot you. You shall love your enemy. How come you changing people and killing people? The whole logic collapses. That is why this idealism is absolute nonsense. Loving yourself, being happy with yourself is not selfish. Absolutely beautiful. And in that pramada, that is mrityu, if you forget yourself, that you are in love with yourself, you are the happiness, for a wise man, we call that is the death, not the death of the body. Death of the body is not death. Death of a relationship is not a death. That's not a death. Please understand. Those is, that is there's just a change. Those things are all only change. When you forget yourself, who you are, it's like makes the difference between infinite and finite, immortal and mortal. So remember yourself. Samahita siddhim upaiti samyak. Samahita siddhim samyak upaiti. Who? Samahita san. Samahita, abiding in one's own self, a person siddhim upaiti. He is absolutely fulfilled in life. If money gives you fulfillment, the richest man will be fulfilled. You don't see that. A kingdom has to give you fulfillment. Emperor owns the empires, must be fulfilled. You don't find that. If a body, healthy, young, has to give you fulfillment, then every healthy, every young person must be happiest. We don't see that. Brilliant mind has to give you fulfillment, then you can see brilliant, intelligent people must be very happy. You don't see that. Being with yourself, you bring happiness. Are you getting that point, please? Thereafter, you accept everything that you have. As I told you, you are happiness. You have a body. You are the absolute. You have a relative role. Clearly see the difference. What you have is a relative role. Who you are is absolute. Am I the only absolute? No, everybody is same. Sarvam khalu idam brahma. As much I am the Brahman, the absolute, that much you are. The ultimate socialism, the absolute communism. Where everybody is one and the same. You are as happy as I am. That is why when you are happy with yourself and you accept what you have, you accept your body for what it is, accept your mind for what it is, accept the world for as it is, and bring about changes if you feel like, and therefore you shall accept other person for who they are. Only when you accept who you are, understand. If you only accept yourself for who you are and what you have, you shall accept everybody for who they are and what they have. I have told you this clearly. If you are looking at yourself through what you have, you cannot look at others as they are. If you look at yourself with your body, you shall look at others through their body. You look at yourself through your education, you look at others through their education. If you look at yourself through your job, you shall look at others for what the job they have got. But when you look at yourself as you are, you look at others as they are. I am the happiness, they are also happiness. That is why blissful. And you accept your limitation. Therefore you accept other person's limitation. And that is how the person is. That is why your compassion is natural. A natural flow of compassion. Why? Acceptance is complete. Poor thing. That is how it is. Please understand. So only trouble with wisdom is, listen carefully, only trouble with wisdom is, when you are so happy with yourself and you accept everybody, the person who gets accepted doesn't understand that he or she has a flaw. Are you getting that point, please? It's a huge mistake. It's like child you accept. Please understand this. A child you accept. That is why when you get angry with the child doesn't understand. Because you are accepting, you are loving the baby. Whatever the baby is, everything is so cute. So when you are getting angry with the child doesn't understand. Why suddenly mommy is angry? Same thing also, grown-up babies. 30, 40, 50-year-old babies. And you accept them exactly for who they are. And suddenly they have an illusion that they have been perfect now. Why? Because they have been accepted. Okay, if you are so proud that you have been wonderful, the moment you leave that man of understanding, you shall fight amongst yourself. That is why you can see, if there is one person who can balance everybody, in his presence everything will be fine. He goes away, mutual bickering begins. Because there is nobody who can harmonize everybody. Are you getting that point? So depends how much you harmonize in yourself. When you are in harmony with yourself, you bring everybody together. Accept everybody for who they are. That is, you understand, please. That is why samahita sanna samyak siddhimupaiti. Siddhi, this is the ultimate achievement, being happy with yourself. Therefore, samahitatma bhavasavadhanam, being with yourself. Now, be very, very conscious. Never lose sight of yourself. Having told this, then he further says, tataswarupa vibhransaha vibrastastu patatyada patitasya vinanasam punarnarohaikshate. Right. Tata Swarupa Vibransa Tataha. Therefore, what happens is, if Swarupa Vibransa, if you lose sight of yourself. Take that example. It is like an actor in the stage forgetting that he is acting. In my childhood, when in our village, there was village drama will be there. And in one scene, the servant brings the coffee for the landlord. And he brings in usually the teacup and other things. But those days, this thermos flask was coming nearer to in our village for the first time around. So the style was to bring it in a thermos flask. There was no tea, coffee and a thermos. The fellow brought the thermos. And at one time, the line is, when he comes here and he sees the jamindar, the landlord, is talking some nonsense, and he is shocked and drops it. Drops it means he is supposed to put it on the table. This fellow got so moved, he dropped the thermos, broke. So after the drama, you have to purchase a new thermos flask and give it to the person. When you are acting, are you getting that? If you know you are acting, you are not supposed to drop it. But the person forgets that he is acting and he dropped it. Understand? The whole life is a huge mega acting in a stage called universe. It's a mega acting. Sit down and think over it, you will know it. It's a huge role play. When you are driving a car, you are a driver. Even if it's owner driven, you shall be persecuted by law. You can't say, I'm a billionaire and I'm driving. No, driver is punished. You can be Prince Charles, they'll haul you up. When you are talking, you are a talker. Watching a movie, that is a particular role. With your father, you are a son or a daughter. With your husband, you are a wife. With your wife, you are a husband. With a mother, you are a child. With a child, with your mother. Hundreds of roles. One role goops up. Think. One role goops up. You will be finished. You want to see the example? Take modern life, you will be very clearly see it. Very clearly. In our today's life, in our world today, now, everybody is talking about corruption, no? Oh, everybody is corrupt. Everybody, everywhere. Everybody is corrupt. Everybody is manipulating, exploiting. Everybody talks about it. Even the one who is talking about it also himself indulges in corruption. Everything, he does it. You know. Just think of it. Why does it happen? Please see a simple example I will give you. Clearly you can see. Time has come for world to really understand this. That will not be solved by burying your head underneath or holding your nose or smiling or singing. That will not. You have to fix it. Think of the problem, fix it. Please see how it is. Inside you there are hundreds of roles. In today's generation, professional role is very important. Why? Because in the professional role is the only role which satisfies the needs of every other role. How? I am not only to be the son of my father, what should I do? Nothing. Why? Born, no? So son. To be the brother of my brother or sister, what should I do? Nothing. Because if there is another brother, I am a brother. If there is a sister, I am a brother. To be a brother, what should I do? Nothing. Are you getting that point, please? To be a brother, to be a father, to be a son or a child or a brother, I don't have to do anything. Listen carefully. Okay. To be young, what should I do? Just grow up. And growing up, what is your responsibility? Just eat food. You just eat food and your body is programmed to a particular height, length and all that, it will be like that. You don't have to pull your finger every day after food or lunch. Not necessary to pull, push, nothing. Just dump food, body grows up. Finished. Okay, you don't have to do anything. Unfortunately, mind is not like that. 10-year body, therefore 10-year-old mind, there is no such stuff. You have to educate. Are you getting that? Educate. You must educate. So when you are educating, why are you educating? So that the person can be a graduate, postgraduate, engineer, something like that. And why? So you can have a job. In our generation, those days there was different type. Come straight to our time. You become an engineer or a doctor, architect, lawyer, anything. Player, musician, anything. You become like that. Okay? You got it. And please see the importance of that role. What is that importance? Importance is, no other role is a paid job. Being a son, how much you are paid or paying? Being a daughter, how much you pay or paying? Mother's job, is it a paid job? No job is paid. Okay. So not only you are a professional, you are also a mother. Not only a professional, you are also a husband. Not only a professional, you are also a brother. Are you getting that? Not only a professional, you are also a lover or a beloved. Now look, as a professional, I am earning money. My son is growing up. My son doesn't have the intellectual capacity to get into college just like that. I have to give 50 lakhs for a college seat, for the medical seat. And I want my daughter to be in medical or my son to be medical. Acha. Why? That is the dream of the father. But unfortunately, father never earns. Who earns money? Father or the professional? Huh? Are you getting that? Professional earns money. So professional has to satisfy the demand of the father. So what shall he do? There will be a conversation between the father and the professional inside. Do some mischief, get 50 lakhs. Professional will say, professional integrity, no, I am not going to do it. Do it. If you don't do it, who else will do it to your child? No, I will not do it. Little soften. Do it. But so far I have never done it. So far you didn't have a need. Now your son. Who is whispering you to be corrupt? Outside influence? So you are such a sage. So for the sake of this son to be the father of an engineer, not the father of an ordinary child, but the father of an engineer, what the father does? Pulls the professional. One deal, 2%. Husband in you. Very nice. 25th year silver jubilee. My wife has been so nice, so cute. I must give him something substantial. I want a huge diamond set. It's only ₹1,000,000. Now the husband won't. Husband is a paid job. Does the husband earn money? Who has to satisfy the demand of the husband? The professional. So husband whispers to the professional. 1%. Are you getting that point, sir? There is a brother, sister, anybody, or you are a lover. You have got a secret love. Apart from your house, there is a man or woman, you have got another one outside. And she or he demands this much. So, apart from looking after family, you have to also look after the deputy. So what do? Now the lover in you is in need of that attention. The husband, you say, hey, don't do it. The lover says, come on, doesn't matter. Drown the husband and tells the professional, 20%, pass on. Not from the shop, whatever you are getting from the other place. So 2% from everybody. That is how you manage your side trick, side kicks. Are you getting that point, please? So, so there is one role, professional role, which is satisfying the need of the father, husband, lover, mother, friend, anything. Social prestige also, you have to give a donation for lakh rupees somewhere. Everything. Who is filling that role? Professional. That is why professional stress management program is only professionally stressed out. Other roles have no stress. Not that much of stress. So where is the corruption begins now? Society is like that. Society? Every fellow. Do you understand the point? Every person inside you, the seed of corruption. Because you don't know about yourself. So today our society busy creating, literally churning out professionals. Person unknown. More prosperity, more problem. Because you have no prosperity, your problem will be less. You like it or not. And think of it. Suppose you don't have money, who will be angry with you? Suppose you don't have money, you don't earn much. Your brother will be angry with you. Then no, you don't have it. Suppose you have it and you don't give it. That is why one who gives is misunderstood. Because he doesn't give enough. One who doesn't give is always loved. One who doesn't give anything is always loved. Vanga, karanga, tea sapadunga, ayyo, please come, please sit down. Everybody hugs you. Why? Because you don't give anything to anybody anyway. But one who gives, only this much. Give him that much, give me this only. He doesn't like me. So when you are a rich, you understand the point. You are heavily misunderstood. So what should you do? Know yourself. Savadhana. Watch out. You want to play roles? If you want to play roles, you must be the actor. Without being the actor, can you play role? Are you getting that point? How are you going to play the role If you take the role itself to be the actor, how are you going to play the role? Professional itself is the actor, not role. Individuality itself is the actor, not the role. That is why two entities in you, individuality and professional, go together. Because that gives you a stature. Greater the professional height, father also is rich. Father gains also importance. Why? Governor. My father is governor. My father is managing director. My mother is this. So professional role gives little fill up to these roles. So people today are so desperate. Educating not for anything. Please understand. That is a more confusion, disaster in personal lives. The person doesn't know himself. So, shall we be uneducated again? No, no, no. The solution is not returning to poverty and lack of education. Learning how to know yourself. Fix it. Have a strong individuality, which is a necessary evil. You cannot escape that strong individuality. More educated you are, stronger it will be. But after that, know yourself. Once you know yourself, then everything is action. Appa. Then you can listen who is telling what to whom. Inside you, you can listen every whisper. Choice is yours. To do or not to do. No more there is compulsion. That is why you can stand by your integrity. Absolutely no problem. And by chance you break it a little, you know how to finish it also. Both ways you should have. Who is a good mechanic? Suppose there is a driver and a mechanic, both in one, you are top class. Why? You know how to drive and also you know how to fix it in case it breaks down. Your body is the vehicle, mind also is a vehicle. You know how to drive it and in case there is a breakdown, you know how to fix it. So, how is your life? Right on the top. Okay? So, Savadhana, watch out. And if you don't do it, Swarupat Vibransa, if you forget yourself, you fall from yourself. Vibrastastu patati adha, you fall down. Fall down means what? From the absolute, you go into the relative. You forget yourself who you are, and then you fall into a, literally fall into the trap of a role. Which role? Don't ask, any role, good enough. You fall into the role. Then what happens? Patitasya nasambina punaha arohana ikshate. One who is falling, you don't see anywhere there rising except destroying itself. That is why falling in love. You understand that English language? Falling. Rising. Why is not rising in love? Because you don't know love. Love is yourself. When you recognize yourself that you are the love, you are the happiness, everybody rises. You rise with yourself, everybody rises with you. But when you fall in love, you fall, you drag everybody also into it. That is in a love affair, it's a huge headache if you don't know how to handle it. With love problem, without love problem. Without love emptiness, with love handling the hassles. If you are alone, you don't know how to live with it. Together, you don't know how to live with it. Wow! What a beautiful misery. You understand? This is modern time. Not that it was not there those days. Every day it was there. Now it is more pronounced. Why? If a rich man goes hungry, the world takes notice. If a poor man goes hungry, nobody bothers. When a powerful man suffers, world takes notice. Ordinary person suffers. So what? Today, everybody is educated. Everybody has everything. Still the world is emptiness. So everybody is wondering what is going wrong. With those days, there are million reasons to be unhappy. No money, no job, all disease, cows are not there, food is not there, travel is not there, dresses are not there, cannot protect from rain, cannot protect from summer. So all reasons for unhappiness. So everybody is unhappy. Today, you can counteract the sun with the air conditioning, cold with the heater, travel in the car, hospitals are there for disease, food, varieties, not one, plenty. Hey, even then why I am in trouble? That is the problem. Now you have run out of excuses. You have run out of external excuses. That is where comes the responsibility on you. Even in spite of that, if you are not unhappy, something wrong with you. So know yourself. Don't hold your nose. Are you getting that? When everything, are you getting that? If in spite of everything, if still I have a problem, shall I look at myself or have some little more money? Close little eyes more. Breathe in a different way. Or eat vegetarian food. If vegetarian food has solved problem, every vegetarian will be enlightened. Cows will be the first one. If non-veg is going to keep you think, then all the tigers and lions, enlightened fellow must be walking. Please, for God's sake, see that, okay? Therefore, be savadhana. So there is no question of falling from your height. Having told this, then you first read. Therefore, what should I do? This is what you should do. Sankalpam varjaye tasmat sarvanarthasya karanam jivato yasya kaivalyam videhe sacha kevalah yatkinchit pasyato vedam bhayam vrute yajusrutihi sankalpam varjaye tasmad sarvanarthasya karanam jivato yasya kaivalyam videhe sacha kevalah yatkinchit pasyato vedam bhayam vrute yajusruti. Nice, beautiful. Tasmat sankalpam varjayet sarva anarthasya karanam. So what is that which brings you anartha? Everything causes problem for you. Forgetfulness of yourself. Number one, forgetfulness. And next one is sarva sankalpa. Sankalpa. What is? Please understand these two things together. Why the person suffers? First reason is because you forget yourself. You are not aware of yourself. That I am the happiness, I am the absolute, all these things you have seen elaborately. Okay? That is my source, that is my nature. Everybody, this is the first introduction. Everybody must be introduced to himself. Our problem with our society today is you are introduced to good food, introduced to good dress, introduced to good movies. Yesterday you were introduced to good iPhone. Around the world, now everybody, the people are demanding so much that iPhone. In London, the whole system broke down because you could not, the line got jammed. Everybody wants an iPhone. Are we not introducing best things to our children? Give them best food, give them best dress, give them best clothes, give them best shoes, put them in best school, best Italian marble, best Chinese or Indian or Mexican food, best dresses, best paintings, everything best, no? Then don't you think we should also introduce them the best knowledge? So what is the best knowledge? The knowledge of the knower. Simple logic. Do you understand the point? The knowledge of the knower. Which is more important, physics or me? If I am there, I can know physics. If I am not there, what is more important? History, mathematics, music, architecture, journalism? Are they more important? Think. Which is more important? The knower is more important or what is known is more important? Come on, see that point for yourself. The known is important because knower is there. If the individual is not there, how does it matter if the whole world exists? Are you getting that point, please? How does it matter? The car is important. The driver is drunk. Just think. You have got Ferrari, the top model. The driver is drunk. Ordinary car, the driver is drunk. It doesn't matter what car you have got. If you are a top driver, you can take an ordinary car to a destination. You can take the exotic car also to a destination. The driver is drunk. What do you do? Individual is drunk. Who are you? The person doesn't know anything himself. And he assumes the professional role as himself. That is why that little visiting card nowadays. Visiting card is so important. Why, who are you? What it talks about, understand, I was telling in one class one day. The side which is printed is a role. The side which is not printed is you. Are you getting that? Side which is printed is a role of yours. What is not printed is the truth. Who are you? That's what. But can somebody accept it? Oh, engineer, doctor, PhD, FRCS. So today's world, what is happening? Masks clashing. Masks meeting mask. Roles meeting roles. The truth is a victim. Nobody knows the truth. So a person has to see for himself. Are you getting that point, please? A person must see for himself. The role has to be seen as the roles. Actor must know the actor about himself. So this is our generation today, where we have forgotten the most important thing. Not that in ancient time everybody knew about it, but because the problems were not that heavy, solutions were not that, they were not looking for. Understand? Today, overeating has become a problem. Hospitals are needed more. Why? More diseases are caused. Those days, there were diseases, but these complicated diseases, because of our eating, overeating, obesity, sugar, all that thing. So more and more hospitals we have created. Why? Because people are more and more crazy. Same thing, just like physical reason, mentally also. More and more complicated because professionals, everybody is educated. Huge problem comes up. Therefore, the person must know the knower. Today's world, self-knowledge is much more important than any other time. Any time it is important, but today it is much more important because we have run out of excuses. So he says, Tasmat. So anarthasya karanam who? Sankalpam. Sankalpa means language. Thoughts are the cause of our anartha. Now, it is a very symbolic statement. Thoughts are a problem or thinker is a problem? Parked car is a problem or driven car is a problem? Come on. Parked car anybody's problem? Huh? Parked car. Even if it's a problem because other people cannot go, do you blame the car or the fellow who has done the parking? So who gets the ticket, car or the driver? The car is not a problem. A parked car is not a problem. A driven car is a problem. Why? Because driver is inside. A thought is not a problem. A thinker is a problem because thinker is inside. Are you getting that point, please? So who should I know? About myself or the thought? Or should my breathing and smoking and my food? Huh? You understand how gross people becoming? New Age religion means sensation hunting. You should do this, you should do that. No. Go into yourself. You cannot compromise on Upanishads. It's so beautiful, ageless wisdom. And you don't have to accept it for what it is. Challenge it and take it. So when you take it, sankalpam, that sankalpa, the thought comes. The thought drives you to problem. So, I should not think? No. Learn how to think. As I told you, desire for desire's sake is not a problem. Desire for happiness' sake is a problem. Without desire, where is the ambition? Can you achieve anything without ambition? Imagine, can you achieve anything without ambition? So ambition is a problem? No, you must know how to desire. Anything for that matter, please see. Because again it's a very strong religious conditioning. That you should not be ambitious. This fellow is very ambitious, he is very proud, he is very arrogant, selfish, very happy with himself. That is why there are certain theologies which will not accept if you say you are happy. How can you say you are happy when the whole world is suffering? So if I am unhappy also, it's like communist, distributing poverty, right? Make people rich, don't distribute poverty. Make people happy, don't distribute unhappiness. Are you getting that point, please? You must see how to handle that thought. So desire for desire is not a problem. Same thing, action for action's sake. Why do you want to be a millionaire? Just to be a millionaire. Why? For its own sake. Why? It can be used for everybody. Why do you want to be a billionaire? Same thing. Why do you want to achieve this? It's for its own sake. How beautiful. Look at the trees. For whose sake the trees give you fruit? Do they eat? They produce because they can produce. Whoever has the need, take it. Can a human being learn to be like that? You produce because you have the capacity. Others have need. Everything if you have to produce, you have to eat. What waste it is. Suppose the mango tree feels, I am not eating mango, why should I produce? We will starve. It produces because it has the capacity to produce. You are educated, you are smart, produce. Why? Because you can produce. Who shall consume? Others, whoever has the need. You take your needs, whatever is your need is, and then give it rest to the others. Today, in spite of so much of prosperity, why people are suffering? The fellow who has got a demand of 100 crores is still keeping 20,000 crores with himself. For what? Why don't you give it back to society in different way? Create another chain of hospitals, hotels, schools, colleges, everything. Single man owner 200,000 crore. For what? Is the Forbes 500 list when you see that. Richest people. So, shall I worship them or what? Shall you admire the food in somebody's granary or in your stomach? Which one you admire? Somebody's bank balance or some food, 1 rupee in your pocket? So that much of respect you should have for these people. You understand? Helping, because I can do, because I have the capacity, therefore I am doing it. So action for action's sake. So don't say sankalpam varjayat. No. What type of sankalpa varjayat? What type of thought you should give up? Which you are doing for the happiness sake. If you are looking for happiness, then that thought will drive you crazy. You will be exhausted. Have you not seen in life? When you ask for yourself, you will be miserable. When you are asking for others, there is a festival, and you have been said, hey, collect 1,000 rupees, take this donation book, collect 1,000 rupees. Hey, can you give me 50? Can you give me 100? Happily call. But suppose you need 1,000 rupees as a loan. Ask somebody, you will think 200 times to whom to approach. Why? Personally. For your personal reason, yeah. For other people, individual doesn't exist that time. For others' sake. That is, you are living for others' sake. Do it for others' sake. Action for action's sake. Thought for thought's sake. My happiness is with myself. You see that. So, jivato yasya kaivalyam videhe sacha kaivalyam. Such a person, one who knows the truth, jivataha asya kaivalyam. While living, who is liberated, videhe sacha kevala. When the body goes, he is also free. It is not that when I am alive, I am bound. On the death, I am free. What nonsense. Anybody interested in that type of freedom after death? Rubbish. You will be happy after death. You keep it with yourself. I am not interested. You want to be happy here and now. That is why all the theologies They postpone. Just like secular fellows postpone. What is secular postponement? What is happiness? The child is playing happily. Listen, the child is playing happily. You send him to school. Child is crying. What do you say? Baby, go and study. You will be happy. That means no happiness in playing. Go to school, you will be happy. And miserable there, go to high school, you will be happy. That means minor school, lower school, there is no happiness. And you are miserable again. Go to college, everything will be fine. That means in high school, there is no happiness. You go to college, nothing happens. Get a job, you will be all happy. Say preparation. This is motivation, You get college, you get a job, you will be happy. Get a job, nothing happened. Get married. You get married also, nothing happened. Babies. Right. Get babies also, what happened? Not let them grow up. Fulfill their dream. After some time you are so tired, you don't ask. Just die. Are you getting that? Postponing. Meaning it is not now, not now. Then after when you are tired, what does it say? The religion sets in. So in secular world you are frustrated. You got educated, got job, got money, got everything, you are frustrated. So you don't know what to do, so go to religion. And what did the religion say? Never here, after death only. So between the secular and the religious, you are successfully destroyed. The secular pandits, the secular fanatics. So a bunch of people, it's like a bunch of people who are sitting down in the pub and drinking, they think they are enjoying. Their older generation are alcoholic and dying alone, that picture is never given. The bunch of youngsters who are making millions and making a happy, making a huge ripples all over the society, they are projected. Oh, rich and the famous. They are projected. The elder generation who has already gone and is suffering in loneliness, nobody points them out. It is exactly like a pub, you understand? Frustration is never talked about. Now you comes in, religion comes in. So you are frustrated, now everybody goes to religion. What religion? Escape into something. Previously escaping into pub, now you are escaping into mass nose holding. Everybody is holding the nose, breathe. Left, right. You understand? What are you doing there? Oh, you are meditating inside a pyramid. Why? The pyramid is supposed to keep the dead fresh, right? So we are all dead. But anything funny you do, it passes. Or then another religion will say, there is no hope here, only after death, believe in my God. It is ultimate in postponement. Believe in my God, after death he will be waiting there to receive you. So you feel very comfortable. You are coming first time to India, you don't know anybody. One travel agent says, purchase ticket from me, our agent will be there to receive you. Happa. All right. So this is interplanetary travel. Once you die in this planet, some other planet when you reach, whichever God you are worshipping, his agent will be there to receive you. Idiots. What do you do? Between the secular and religious madness, average person is finished. Now, happiness here and all. Jivato yasya kaivalyam videhe sacha kevala. Living you are liberated, body goes, you are also free. While living, you enjoy the freedom, happiness here with yourself. And now there. Okay? And having told this, he says, Yat kinchit and by chance, Yat kinchit pasyatam veda pasyatam. By chance, your difference, if you forget yourself that you are the happiness, bhayam, there shall be fear of every kind. When you are happy with yourself, there is no fear of any kind. Why? If you see happiness in something, there will be fear of loss. Why people are so insecure? Why people are so afraid? Think, why people are so afraid? Why people invest in real estate? Why people invest in gold? It will go up, Security. You don't invest in something else, maybe in a stock exchange. Why? Suppose it collapses. Right? Insecurity brings you unhappiness. Even a fear, it brings you fear. Because your happiness will be lost. But suppose you are happy with yourself, you are absolutely secure with yourself. What is the fear? Fear of what? Fear of losing. Losing what? If I lose food, I will be hungry, not unhappy. Listen carefully. If I lose a house, I will be under the roof, a bigger roof, but not unhappy. You will be uncomfortable. Are you getting that point? You must see that. I will be uncomfortable, but not unhappy. You must see it very clearly. You can be very comfortable and terribly miserable. But if you are a happy person, you are happy in comfort, happy in discomfort. Happy in things, happy without things. Happy. It's like a God you walk on the earth. Happy with yourself. Okay, so don't have any type of, he says, difference. If you see that, Veda bhayam bhedam bhayam brute yatkinchit pasyatam vedam bhayam brute yajusruti. It comes in Taittiriya Upanishad. Yada he veshayatasmin udaramantaram kurute atatasya bhayam bhavati. Yada he veshayatasmin ut alpam aram api antaram kurute. Alpam api antaram kurute. The moment you see a little difference between yourself and what the truth is, bhayam bhavati. If you look for happiness, you will be disappointed. If you are happiness, are you getting that? You see it for yourself. I mean, just read the verse, we shall see in the afternoon. Yes, just see that. Therefore, all the time, maybe you be yourself. Yada kadava pibipaschideshe brahmanyanante piyanumatra vedam pasyat yathamushya bhayam tathaiva yadvikshitam vinnataya pramadat yada kadava pibipaschideshe brahmanyanante pyanumatra vedam pasyat yathamushya bhayam tadaiva yadvikshitam vinnataya pramadat. Right. Therefore, always you see and be the happiness in yourself. In any moment of happiness, you are yourself. Never forget. By chance you anumatra bheda, a little you forget, a little difference you make. You like it or not, fear will creep in. Because you are not aware of yourself. The fear will automatically creep in. So sweet it is, huh? And the easiest thing, please, you cannot lose yourself. Other things you cannot keep. See that? Other things you cannot keep because they have to change. Your things, yourself, you cannot lose because it is yourself. So, which one is easy? Happiness or unhappiness? Unhappiness is difficult to maintain. Happiness is so easy. Sweetest, come here. Hello. Up, up. Ah. Okay. Very sweet. Okay. Close your eyes, please. Take care. This is just a beautiful example. Suppose your happiness is his arrival. When it doesn't come, oh sweet. Okay.